Hi, welcome back to Book Buzz with Jen and Payne, a podcast where we talk about romance books, our current reads, and we also have the pleasure of sitting down with some of our favorite authors and chatting with them about their amazing books.
Hello, welcome back. I want to start off with saying I didn't read a lot. Literally, I did not read a lot. And it's been, I was just telling you, it feels like it's been forever, but at the same time, it feels like no time has passed. And then at the same time, it feels like I read so much, but I read nothing.
Yeah, same here.
What the heck happened? I'll be better this week. I'll be better. I literally read 2 books.
I finished 2, currently reading the third one, almost done with the third one, but
yeah. So yeah, we're the same. I finished 2. Well, would you really count one of them though? Because it was like a short novella.
Oh, mine was not that one though.
But mine,
I haven't read. I haven't read the novella.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Would you count it as one? Mine, since it's half. Well, I still read it, so I'm counting it. So I definitely read 2. I'm currently reading 2.
You're reading 2 at the same time?
Well, I alternate.
How can you? I don't understand how people can do that. Like reading 2 books at once.
I read one of them at like once, and then after a bit I put it down, and then I do something else, and then I come back and I pick up the other one.
See, I can't. Well, because I'm really bad with names, and so I will get people mixed up. So I can't.
It depends on the book, though. It depends on the book, because if I'm not really into it, then for sure I'll be like, okay, who is this? What's going on? But if I'm like really into the books, I remember who they are.
See, the weird things, even when I literally finished that book and I love that book, like 5 minutes after, I was like, wait, what's her name again? What's his name?
Girl, that's me. But I remember at the time I'm reading them. So
yeah.
So I'm reading those 2, and then hopefully I start another one right after. My plan is to finish one of them today, and then start the one that we're supposed to be reading, the same one. So hopefully I start that. So hopefully this week is better than this last week, because I literally read nothing. I don't think we can talk much about one of them, because I know we both read it. Yeah. It was The Rake by 𝐅𝐨𝐥𝐥𝐵. So it was funny because I didn't want to read it, because we got the paperback, and then I didn't really want to bend my paperback, so it took me forever to decide to read it. But then when I started it, I couldn't put it down. So I kept moving, and you guys can't see me because it's a podcast, but I'm moving my hands on how I was moving the book, and I kept moving it, and then I kept moving it. So I was like, okay, don't bend the pages, don't bend the cover. I think somehow my cover got bent a little bit, but I have it stacked like in a bunch of books to see if it fixes it.
Right, when I finished reading it, I put like huge stacks of on top of it. So I'm like, okay, hopefully this will help the cover just stay put.
Yes. So I finished that one, and like I said, I don't think we can really talk about it, but what I would say is that I really, 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 really did love it. It was not what I expected. Yeah. And I thought that I was going to go in and really, really like Belle. Yeah. And I ended up loving Devon more. Yeah. And he was not the hero that I expected him to be. But he was amazing. I loved him. I would have to say, though, Killian is still my favorite.
Yes. Same here.
Then is Devon, for sure. But like, we can't say much about it. I won't say much, but I would say that I really, really loved it. I love the series, so I'm so excited to see what comes next. I know we also got the Ruthless Rival, so I'll probably read that one soon. I need to finish some stuff first, and then I'll dive into that one. But that was one of the books I finished. The other book, my second book that I finished, was Half Wicket by Veronica Eden. That is a short novella that I guess, introduce us to the world of a duet. I think it's a duet that she's going to be writing later in the year.
Mm-hmm.
The same couple. So it's like an introduction of this couple.
Mm-hmm.
And this is part of a bully anthology, I believe. Yeah. And I know several authors are writing, are part of this anthology in their writing books. I've only read Veronica's.
Yeah.
I know there's another one. I forgot who it was by that I wanted to read. I need to go back through my saved posts on Facebook. But it was very, if you love bully romance, young adult, I think that you would really enjoy this one. I liked it. The only thing that I think bugged me of this little short novella was that she kept saying, I don't know, she kept giving in way too easily and way too fast. Mm-hmm. But other than that, like, I mean, it's bully romance. I love a bully romance. And I know you don't like a bully romance. I love a bully romance. I don't know why. But it was I enjoyed it. But yeah, that's the only thing that I'm going to say about it. So the anthology is called Bully God. That one comes out in February the 22nd. So like in 3 weeks. And some of the authors on there are, so it's Megan Brandy. I'm very excited to read hers. Mm-hmm. That's the other one that I wanted to read. Megan Brandy, Ashley Jade, Chantel Tizer, Tracy, Sam Mariano, R. Holmes, Ramsey, as we call her, Kaylee King, Lucy Smoke, C.L. Matthews, Sarah, Rachel Lee, Veronica Eden, Holly Renee. That's the other one I wanted to read. Becca Steele, Lindsay Eiler, and Laura Lee. Those are the ones that are going to be in that bully anthology. So the ones I'm excited for is Megan Brandy. Already read Holly's, and for sure, I mean, I already read Veronica's, and then for sure Holly Renee's. Yeah. I don't know if the other ones open up for like a longer book, but I know for sure Veronica's does. Like I said, I know that opens up a whole new series. So I'm excited for that, for whenever it comes out. I think it comes out later this year. But like I said, if you love a bully romance, young adult, definitely pick up the anthology. Plus the cover is really cute. Really like eye-catching. I was like, ooh, yes, sir. And yeah, that's all I read this week, weirdly. I did end up picking up Nico by Eva Winters. That's the one I'm currently reading. Mm-hmm. That is a mafia, single parent, revenge trope, I believe, in this thing. I'm only in chapter 3. Mm-hmm. I just have a long way, so I'll definitely talk about that one next week. And then I'm also reading Alexandra Silva sent me Fighting Fate. So I'm reading that one right now. I'm in chapter 5. And I know that I had started reading it when she sent it to me earlier, but she changed some stuff. So I'm reading it from the start again to see what changed. So I'm very excited to dive into that one. But that's all I've read, and that's all I'm reading right now. And then I'm gonna dive into Elizabeth's book later this week. Yeah. So yeah, that's telling you I didn't read a lot this week. I blame it on a hectic weekend, which I didn't do absolutely nothing except clean.
Well, for me, same thing. I didn't read as much. Like, I think because at work, I've been busy at work. And so I kind of stopped reading at work. And then when I get home, I'm like, I don't know. Like
But do you remember when we used to read at work? I can't read at work anymore. So, really? So that's why now I read when I get home. Yeah. We don't work anymore.
Yeah. And we don't really read on weekends anymore. Day off, I'm going to rest. Which is, I don't know. Maybe because we're aging. I don't know.
We're getting older. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Okay, well, like you said, I also read The Rake, and if you see on my Instagram post, then I said that I literally stayed up. I started reading at 10 p.m. at night, didn't finish until 3:30 in the morning because I couldn't put the book down. Girl, I was so tired. Like my eyes are like literally closing, but I was like, no, I want to finish it. I want to read it. So I couldn't put it down. And like the book was somewhat what I expected, and at the same time not what I expected. And so definitely pick up The Rake. My second favorite in the series. Obviously, the villain is first, and then The Rake is second for me. So pick it up. That one goes live on February 16th. Yeah, so pick it up. And let's see. I also read Put Me in Detention by Megan Quinn. That was one of the book that I've been dying to read. And it was kind of not what I expected it to be. But at the same time, like I laughed my butt off. Like, oh my gosh. Like every book is like Megan Quinn's seriously the queen of rom-com for me. So whichever book I read from her, I laugh until I literally cried. And this one, while I was reading at work, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't want to laugh aloud because obviously there's someone working in the office with me. So I was literally holding my laugh in, and my stomach was hurting so hard because I don't know what I was thinking while reading a rom-com at work, because it was not easy holding that laugh in. But it was, let's see, Put Me in Detention is, so Pike is a teacher, and Caroline is the sister of the first hero from the first book. And so Caroline recently got divorced. She recently is on her divorcecation. Her first day of the divorcecation in Vegas, she got married. Her and Pike got married when she was gonna celebrate her singleness. Her and Pike got drunk, and then they ended up marrying each other. And so, like, she did not want to stay married to him, but he had this thing going on with his dad, and so he was like, no, we are gonna stay married. So she was doing all these pranks on him so he would divorce her. But Pike was so sweet. Okay, he was doing everything so nice to her, so she gets irritated by him instead, because like all those pranks he didn't care. So he was playing her in the game, because at the same time he was pranking on her. She thought she was pranking on him, but at the same time he was pranking on her. So it was very funny. But let's see. But there was this one prank that she did to him. Like, at the same time it's funny, but it was so sad. She bought him, I've never heard of it, those shrinking trunks.
I don't know what that is.
Shrinking shorts. I don't know. Because she gave it, because he was swimming. They were in the swimming pool with all the teachers. And so she gave him that swimming shorts, whatever. And then when he died, I am literally laughing. And then his short melted. It was so funny. But at the same time, it was so sad because he was really embarrassed about it. And so she felt really bad. And I was literally laughing. But at the same time, I felt really bad for him because he was so embarrassed. But oh my gosh. So yeah, that book was totally amazing. I love it so much. And so, so another one those are literally the only 2 books that I read. And I'm currently reading The Plan by Carla Sorensen. This is actually my first book by her. So he was he's a retired football player turned into a bodyguard. She's one of those influencers, and so she have a lot of fans, a lot of paparazzis and everything. And so she got into an accident because like paparazzi was following her, and so she got into a car accident, and so that left quite a huge impact on her. And so she is scared to leave the house now because of and so her father hired Eric to be her bodyguard, and their interaction is like, the beginning was quite slow to me, but when it started to pick up, I love it so much. Like Lydia, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention, it is quite an age gap too. Well, it's not huge. At least maybe, I think at least maybe 8 or almost 10 years. So, yeah. And she's 22, and I think he's in his 30s. So, yep, that's pretty much the book. I don't want to give out too much away because I don't want to spoil it. The book do release on Wednesday, I believe. Yes, it releases on Wednesday. So by the time this podcast goes up, which will be on Thursday, the book released already. So pick it up, check it out if you love bodyguard books where he protects her. So I love a good protector. So yeah, check out the book. That's pretty much. And then I am gonna read Elizabeth, and oh my gosh, I am dying to read one of Maria Louise series. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm dying to read one of her series, and because the 3rd book in that series is releasing soon. So I am gonna put all my books aside and pick up that series because I'm dying for it. So yeah.
What are we K Tucker's after? Everybody keeps talking about the Simple Wild. I was like, I might read that one, or should I start with the other one? I kind of want to start with the Simple Wild.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna start with the first book in that series because it is a series, right?
Simple Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with the first book, and then I will go and read that one. I am crazy. My anxiety is off the roof because of all those teasers for Jessie.
I knew we were gonna go there. Dude, I bursted out laughing. I forgot what you texted me because I sent you
I said, girl, I could hear a lot of crying faces. And then you bursted out laughing. Yeah. Like my anxiety is off the roof. You guys know I love Jessie. Jessie is one of my biggest, seriously, still one of my top 10 books.
I thought he was blonde though. He doesn't. He looks brown hair, like brown hair on the picture.
I think Jessie is supposed to have green eyes, blonde hair, but you won't be able to find that.
Dye his hair. They dyed Michael's for Driven.
Colton was literally black hair though, and Michael was like straight blonde, and so they kind of have to.
This guy is straight brown.
What if they put filter on it so it looks darker? Yeah,
who knows? But I'm very curious to see who they casted. I'm actually very curious to see who they casted as Ava.
Yeah, like it is an age gap, so he is supposed to be older than her.
How I forgot how much the age gap was though.
He's in his late 30s, if I remember correctly.
And she's in her early 20s, right?
Either early 20s or mid 20s. So that is like at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my heart. Seeing all those pictures, my heart was like,
I'm
oh my
very curious to see if they're gonna add all those moments where he's very demanding. Don't cuss. Where you at? like, I still remember that scene. As maybe it's because that's when I realized that he was legit a stalker. But I like him. Okay, don't get me wrong, but he is a stalker.
Yeah.
When she goes to help her friend Kate, I think it is.
Yeah.
And she ends up, I think, getting not attacked by someone, but kind of like harassed by someone, and he shows up and like whatever, he gets mad because he ditched her. She ditched him. Yeah. And I was like, so I'm very curious. I hope they add that scene.
Yeah. Well, the book is thick, and they cut down to like at least 100. How many pages? Well, at least 100 pages, right? Only for screenplay. And that book is thick. So I don't know.
But I'm excited. I really hope he's really like cute looking, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
when I read the book, in my mind, he was like really, really like handsome, yet this hard featured persona to where he was this like manly, possessive, yet very handsome man.
Yeah.
That's how I pictured it when I was reading it.
Yeah. For Jesse, I can't even picture any model, any actor being Jesse at all. Like in my mind, he is like this perfection guy that nobody can touch. I'm so scared.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna go. I really hope they announce the cast soon, especially him.
Yeah. Everyone wants to. I think didn't they option it back in like 2000
when they first opened? No,
18.
I don't remember when they first.
Because I think let's see, Driven was because I started reading at least like 3 years now. Because my bookstagram was 3 years. So during that summer, at least 2019, 2018. It's that long, I'm assuming.
All right, so yeah, so that's, I mean, I'm excited. Hopefully we'll get more news soon and we'll talk about it here. And I'm excited. So we'll keep you guys updated on our thoughts in regards to the casting of this man, and it's going to be very fun. Also, I do want to say thank you so much for everybody who follows us on Instagram. We did reach 1,000 followers. Never thought that was going to happen. And we're also coming close to our 1-year anniversary, and we have a really, really big epic giveaway happening. So thank you so much, and make sure you're following us on there. And we're getting really close to announcing something that we've been working on. Mm-hmm. So make sure you definitely make sure you're following us on Instagram, because it's going to be really good. And I wish I could just say it, but I'm not. It's coming up, so make sure you're following us on Instagram. The handle is at BookBuzz Podcast. And if you guys missed our announcement, we are going to be interviewing author Elizabeth O'Rourke, and she wrote The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea, which that's what we're going to be reading this week, and we're so excited. So make sure you tune in next week so you don't miss that interview. Is going to be so much fun. And then we also have several author interviews coming up. So make sure you're following us on Instagram so you don't miss out on those announcements. And again, if you have any questions for us, just let us know, and we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully you guys read so many amazing books this week. And if you guys read any, send them my way, because I need some book recommendations. I need books. I'm still ever since I read Jay McLean, I need angsty books that will make me cry. So if anybody, I don't want to read that one. If anybody, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say anything. If anybody has any recommendations like that, send them my way. But other than that, have a good week, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.